Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. In today's proceedings, an offender is seeking clemency after 44 years for a violent assault. He claims innocence, and his family describes him as a man who's grown and changed. But their defense takes a turn when someone says he didn't kill anyone. That doesn't sit well with the victim's daughter, who was a child in the room during the assault on her mother. With emotions running high, the board is left to weigh whether time served can balance the harm done.
All right. Good morning. Mr. Harris, would you introduce yourself? Tell us your name and DOC number.
Ma'am, my name is Paul Harris, and my DOC number is 118759.
All right, Mr. Harris, and I want to acknowledge the significant group of folks you have there with you at Angola who are here in support of your application for clemency. I'm not going to read everybody's name into the record, but we will put them in the record. We have a list of everybody who's there. I will say that you have Ronell Booty, your son, who wants to speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Frederick Harris, your nephew, and Paul Taylor also want to speak on your behalf. So at the appropriate time, we'll ask them to do that. Also representing the victim we have with us by Zoom, we have Valerie Narcisse, and she'll be speaking at the appropriate time also. First, Mr. Harris, let me take care of some identifying information. You are classified as a first felony offender. You're currently serving a life sentence. You were sentenced in Lafayette Parish in September 14, 1987 for a first-degree rape conviction. Is all that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So, Mr. Harris, before we hear from the folks there who want to speak on your behalf, tell us, why are you in jail? Why did you submit an application for clemency? And why do you believe that you are worthy of a favorable recommendation?
Well, first of all, I'm a totally different man from the time that I was at 22 years old when I first got my arrested. And now I am 66 years old. And I'm a totally changed person. I am not the person that at that particular time when I was 20 years ago. So, and I've done a lot of things here to change my life. I got into programs. I have took time and got into churches, got back with God and asked him to help me and guide me and protect me. I have done so much trying to change my life and getting my life together. And I'm here today on the board and asking this board to look down upon me and give me a chance. And I once had a pardon and I never got it signed. So I'm here again today pleading with y'all, hoping that y'all will find it in your heart to give me another chance in life. I got grandkids I don't know. I got nephews and nieces I don't know. I would truly would love to see them and get to know my people and try to understand what's going on. And I mean, it's been a long time. Yes, ma'am.
So part of the question that I asked, I know it's a multi-part question, but what did you do? Why are you in jail?
Well, I enlisted in several programs. I have Thinking for a Change.
What was your crime? What I'm getting at is, what did you do? What is your crime?
My crime is aggravated rape.
What did you do?
Would I benefit of parole or suspended of sentence?
What did you do?
The truth is, I'm not the person that committed the crime, but then I accepted that. I filed a motion, the DA filed a motion to have my evidence destroyed. I had Barry Shack that took my case, and Barry Shack was supposed to do the DNA test for me. But because the evidence had been destroyed and I didn't have the evidence to prove that, he was forced to release my case, and I had no way to prove it now. So I had to accept that, and I did that. And I am truly sorry for both families. for what the pain and suffering that they both families had to go through, my family and their family. But I mean, there's no way I can prove my innocence now because I don't have the evidence.
Okay, I understand. So we'll hear from Warden Vanoy. Let's talk to Warden Vanoy. Let's see what he has to say about you.
All right, he's a minimum B, works in groundskeeper, lives in Spruce 4 on the yard. 3 DB reports, his last one was in 18. He's taken substance abuse 100 hours.
Yes, sir.
That's all I have on my list. He's got a low tiger score.
Thank you, sir. We'll move on to those who want to speak in support. Let's hear from your son, Ronell, first.
Hey, 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 how you doing? I'm Ronell Boutte. I'm 48. I'm Paul Harris' only child. I have 7 kids, 6 grandkids, and they thrill about their grandfather. When they was younger, they used to travel here all the time with my moms, and this month make a year anniversary that she passed. Her and my daddy had plans to get back together. Wouldn't you know, that would have been wild, great for me, but certain circumstances and my emotions is all over the place. And I just would ask y'all to find it in your heart to, give him a chance, give me a chance to know my father, give my kids a chance to know their grandfather. Like I'm not a trouble guy. I haven't been in trouble in my life. He has a lot of support. The grandkids waiting for him. I'm waiting for him. As we see, we a lot over here, nothing but support to help him transition back into the regular world. All I'm asking for, because when he left, I'm 48. I was maybe 6 years old. I can't get the 42 years back. I can't say if he guilty or not. I wasn't there. I don't know the circumstances. We never talked about it. But I do believe he's sorry for whatever happened. I had a chance to meet the victim. May she rest in peace. I know her son. We have a great rapport. And I'm just asking for a chance to know my dad, and let my kids know their grandfather and see where we come from. This is all I have left. My mama gone, that was like my wife, my number one. And I'm just asking for a chance to know my daddy beyond these walls. That's all I ask for. He's a great man from what I know. I haven't been in jail and caught up in the streets, and he helped raise me over a phone and through visits. So I know if he could help me be a man, I could only imagine the type of man he would be on the outside. So I'm just asking for a chance for us to grow the rest of whatever time we got left, just to grow together and just enjoy each other for whatever we got left. That's all I'm asking for. And I sincerely appreciate y'all, and I appreciate y'all for your time. Just please give us a chance to be together. Instead of coming, drive 2 hours to see a man that I love with everything in me that I'm just like.
Yes.
I just need a chance. That's it. He need a chance. We need a chance, please. I appreciate y'all and thank y'all for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Boutte. We appreciate you being there. Mr. Frederick Harris, could we hear from you now?
How you doing? How y'all doing? My name is Frederick Harris. I'm the nephew of Paul Harris, and he raised me. I lost my mom at a real young age, and Paul was there for me all my life. And the woman that they said that happened with him and his woman, whatever happened, it happened, ladies and gentlemen. All we asking y'all is, it's 40 years. He deserved another chance. Like I said, I lost my mom, young kid. He raised me. He taught me how to box. I went to college. I did all these things. When I got in trouble, and I'm not talking about no major trouble, but he was there. He sent me law books from the prison to help me learn to be a better person, instill in me to learn about life and learn the law. And he's helped so many people in prison while he's been in here these 40 years. He's helped so many people get out, but he's having a hard time getting himself out. So we asking y'all, please, it's 40 years. I mean, he didn't kill nobody. He deserves another chance, and that's all we asking for. Just give him one chance. We appreciate y'all, and y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you. Mr. Paul Taylor.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Paul Taylor from Lafayette. I'm a former police officer for 32 years, and this is my my little cousin, if I may say. It's endless information I can give about the kind of person he is and the things he's done to help other people. Being a police officer, I've learned a lot of things that sometimes happens, and during that time, people change. Now, he's been gone from us for a lot of years, and he still has the propensity of helping others. And we need that opportunity. If you would give it to us, we ask you, please, in your heart, see a way to get him out of here. We need him. Our family needs him. Without a doubt, you can see the support and love that's following him. I'm also going to be he's going to be one of my employees. I have a restaurant in Lafayette called Lumberjack Soul Food. And I understand they call him Frenchy and he can cook. So we're going to see what kind of food he can bring to the table. We established, but we can use his help. He'll have a job. He's going to have support. He's going to have a lot of things that if you give him a chance and an opportunity, he'll be even a better person than he is in here out there. And as we go on, we need him. And we need y'all to see in your heart to give him an opportunity to be the man that he was meant to be. We're not here debating crime. I'm sorry. Oh, we're not here debating the crime. He did the time. Now it's time for him to come home. We're asking, please, that you give him a chance.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
All right. We have on Zoom, we have Valerie Narcisse. We'd like to hear from her.
Hi, good morning. Can you guys hear me?
Dan.
All right. So I have a couple of questions. First, before I talk to Mr. Paul, I would like to ask the board, what classes?
Narcisse,
Yes, ma'am.
speak to us. You're not allowed to address Mr. Harris. So speak.
No,
to
that's what okay. Well, I have something to ask you guys. I wanted to know what type of classes has Mr. Paul have completed? Sexual abuse classes.
Okay. Warren Vinoy, can you respond to that?
I'm not showing. He's been backlogged for a very long time, the sex offender class. He hasn't completed any.
Okay.
But I am in one right now.
He's enrolled in that now.
Okay, so out of the time that he's been locked up, like I actually tried to do a one-on-one with him, with I guess one of the victim assault. Yes. So out of that time, out the numerous of years that he's been locked up, since I can't address him, not one time did he take any type of class, but now he's taking a class. So I was the little girl that was in that room, and I do understand that people do change. I totally get that or whatever, but it's like, what have you done to prove that you have changed? Like, not admitting to the crime that you have done, which you have sexually assaulted my mother with me in the room, almost killing her, and not even owning up to it. I mean, I don't think you should get out. A person that's really sorry or have changed would have taken at least some type of class in the 30-something years that they have been locked up?
We do have some on record, and I may miss some, but I do have that he is not sex offender treatment. He says he's enrolled in that now. I did make a note that he had not taken that yet, but he's done living in balance, which is a substance abuse class. He's done an anger management class and a pretty extensive 100-hour, what the Department of Correction calls 100 hours pre-release program. Warden, did I miss any other classes that you have?
He took a parenting skills class in 2001.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Ms. Narcisse. Any other comments?
No, that's the only comment. I mean, the classes is just not adding. I mean, to me, you telling me taking a parenting class, a substance abuse class. I mean, you're already locked up for 30-something years. Like, I don't think substance abuse should have been a class that should have been taken. I'm not giving you like, not to take it, but the class you should have taken was like sexual assault, like for victims like myself and other victims that probably, went through it or whatever, or maybe in the same situation that you're in currently right now, but you have not done none of that in the whole time that you've been there. So I don't know if you didn't want to take it, like not to, say that you're guilty, but I mean, the evidence is the evidence. So that's all I have to say about that.
Thank you, Ms. Narcisse. We appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today. That's all the speakers we have this morning. Mr. Harris, your case has been assigned to Mr. Prater. Would you answer his questions?
Mr. Harris, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Were those classes, and the warden can answer this too, excuse me, were those classes available to you that she's talking about?
Yes, sir, they are available.
And why have you not signed up for them before?
Well, I was on backlogs on a lot of the classes. There's so many people here. And finally, when I got the opportunity to take the classes, I started taking them.
He signed up in 2014, Mr. Prater, but he was backlogged a very long time.
Okay, so he's been trying since 2014?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I really don't have any questions. It's just a matter of has he served enough time or not on aggravated such a serious crime? And one of the persons that, and I know they didn't mean this like it sounded, but one of the people that were that's wanting you to get out, one of your friends back there behind your relatives said, well, it's been 40 years and he didn't kill anybody. But when you rape somebody, that's like killing somebody. So I know he didn't mean it the way it sounded, but I just don't want to diminish the severity of the sexual assault, especially with a knife, especially when she's cut, especially when the kids are in the room. But it has been 40 years. And he's got an excellent record at the facility. So anyway, all right, that's all I got.
Mr. Freeman.
Okay, Mr. Harris,
Yes, sir.
I know you're claiming your innocence, which is your right to do. Why did the dogs track back to your house? Had you been to her house earlier? Why would they go straight to your house?
From my understanding, and the tracking dog, like they said, the dog tracked me from here to here. Well, from what I understand is when the dog tracked me, the dog didn't track me. That's what their report said, that the dog tracked me. Now, he said he went to a trash can where there were food particles in the trash can. Well, he said he didn't check the trash can to find out if there was any evidence or anything in the trash can. I thought that was very significant that he should have checked the trash can and see. He said the dog stayed on the side of the house instead of going to any one of the doors. Well, if the dog actually truly were tracking me, then the dog should have stopped the last part at the door, not on the side of the house. So, and then I had a dog with me. So I figured the only thing that I can understand is he was more attracted to being around the area with the dog.
Okay, I was just curious about that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. That's all my questions.
I want a question.
Mr. Tillis?
Yes, sir.
I heard you say earlier that the evidence was destroyed.
Yes, sir. Mr. Landry filed, which was my DA, he filed a motion to have the evidence destroyed. I had Barry Shack, who actually took my case and said that he would do everything to make sure that I would get a DNA test. I was paying for the DNA test myself out of my pocket. And as soon as the judge granted us to go ahead and have the evidence, Danny Landry finally tells us that the evidence had been destroyed now. So we didn't have the evidence anymore, so there's nothing to test. We can't prove. And I looked at it this way. I said that, well, if Mr. Landry knew for sure that I was the perpetrator, well, all he had to do was grant me the evidence and let me prove whether, it can only do two things. It can show either my guilt or my innocence. So why not grant me and let me have this evidence and have it tested?
Can I ask you a question? So
Yes,
you
sir.
didn't break in her house,
No, sir.
and you're saying you didn't rape her?
No, sir. And the evidence that can actually truly shows that everything has, in his report, everything is the way he has it in the report. It says that everything is supposed to be, let me see, how would I put this? In other words, it was circumstantial evidence. Everything is circumstantial. Nothing actually proved and led me and showed that I was actually there. Nothing. Everything was circumstantial. Some tests that he did was, it showed that I'm a non-secretor, she's a secretor. Now, the blood on the jeans came from a non-secretor. If it came from a non-secretor, then how can this be her blood? That's why it was so vital that we had this evidence and proof and tested to show. There's no doubt in my mind, and I know for sure that it would have came back and showed Mr. Landry that I was not the person. That's why I felt that he truly hurried up and got rid of the evidence.
Did you appeal your conviction?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, I did. I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am, I did.
All the way up to the Supreme Court of Louisiana?
Well, the courts kept denying me. I said they did
I
it.
know. I'm just trying to put on the record that you did file several appeals.
Yes, ma'am.
And with the state, the Third Circuit Court of Appeals, and all the way up to the Supreme Court of Louisiana, and you were not successful with any of those appeals.
Yes, ma'am. Only because I was unable to get a DNA test done.
Okay, so did you know the victim?
Yes, sir, I did.
You did. Okay. Okay, all right. I have no more questions.
All right.
I move for the executive session.
Second.
We have a motion and second for executive session. Could you call the roll?
Renata,
Yes.
Prater,
Here, yes.
Tillis,
Here, yes.
We're going to be in executive session for just a few moments, Mr. Harris, to discuss confidential matters. We'll be right back.
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion that we return from executive session.
A second.
Motion second for to return to regular session. There's no objection. It is 11:58. We're ready to proceed. Mr. Harris, I don't see that there are any more questions. I do believe that the board is prepared to vote. Mr. Prater will be voting first.
Yes, sir. Mr. Harris, I think you've done an excellent job while you've been there as far as your discipline. I think you could have done more in the way of classes maybe, but I understand the backlog and I understand that when you got a sentence like yours, that sometimes you get put on the back burner because of the fact that you had such a sentence. I want you to complete that sex offender class that you're in right now.
Yes, sir.
But my vote, my vote would be to grant your request this time.
the community sentence to 99 years with immediate parole.
Yes.
Mr. Freeman?
My vote today, Mr. Harris, I very much encourage you to go take those sex offender classes. But I do vote to grant and to send it to the governor with the recommendation that we commute your sentence to 99 years with immediate parole eligibility.
Yes, sir.
Gillis?
I concur with Mr. Freeman.
And I do also agree that, to make the recommendation that your sentence be commuted to 99 years with immediate parole eligibility. You've got a good record. Your classes are limited. You served a lot of time. So good luck to you, sir. We're going to make that recommendation on your behalf.
He's now on the path to a second chance, but at what cost? Time can change a lot, but it doesn't erase the past. And the "he didn't kill anybody" comment truly rubbed me the wrong way. Truly. But it's a reminder of how easy it is to minimize crimes and erase victims when the person you love is the one who caused the harm. How often do families overlook things for blind loyalty? And is the assumption of innocence dangerous when it's a sexual offense? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more gripping courtroom moments. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.